It's not anything anybody should ever have to experience.
Tragedy in Schoharie. A deadly limousine crash kills 20 people outside a local country store. All 18 people in the limo, including the driver, were killed, along with 2 pedestrians.
Now, the Apple Barrel store in Schoharie sits at the bottom of a hill on Route 30. Investigators say the limo drove fast down the hill, then ran the stop sign, crashing into a vacant car and the 2 bystanders.
Good evening. I'm Elisa Streeter.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Lake. Now, federal investigators are calling this the deadliest crash in the U.S. in nearly a decade. They are on the scene because it involved a stretch limousine for hire, taking people to a birthday party.
We have News 10 Live team coverage tonight as New York State Police and the National Transportation Safety Board are working to find out exactly what went wrong. We begin with News 10 ABC's Sam Damasio in Schoharie for the latest on the investigation.
Family and friends stopping by throughout the day, leaving flowers here at the scene of this horrific crash. One relative we spoke to tells me she's still in a fog, still trying to wrap her head around all of this. She tells me everyone who was inside that limo was doing the right thing, hiring a driver so they could safely enjoy a night out celebrating a birthday. State police wouldn't say where the limo was coming from or heading to, but they tell us as it approached the intersection of routes 30 and 30A, it blew right through the stop sign. The 2001 Ford Excursion limousine struck an unoccupied SUV in the parking lot of the Apple Barrel Country Store. That SUV then struck and killed 2 pedestrians standing nearby.
Well, also tonight, we are starting to learn more about the victims in the crash.
So many broken hearts tonight, and News 10's Jamie DeLine talked with a woman who has lost several family members in this tragedy. Jamie is live at Schoharie as well tonight. Jamie.
Like my brother said, he lost most of his family.
Barbara Douglas says on Saturday, her brother called to tell her that 4 of her nieces and their husbands had died in the accident, which happened near the Apple Barrel Cafe.
Beautiful girls physically and beautiful inside, and they were full of life, and they weren't that old, and they had their whole life ahead of them.
Well, we are beginning to learn some of the names of the victims from family members we have spoken to. Newlyweds Aaron Vertucci and Shane McGowan are said to be among those who died in the wreck. Their wedding photo was posted on theknot.com saying they were married in June. The website also wrote a note of condolence to their friends and family.
Also, one of the crash victims was an employee for the Greater Amsterdam School District. The district has not released the name of the person, but says their thoughts and prayers are with the families who have been impacted by this crash. And Red Cross and State Police have arranged an area now at the Lynch Literacy Academy in Amsterdam for grief counseling.
And the Apple Barrel Country Store and Cafe responding to the crash on Facebook, posting, quote, "Our hearts grieve for the victims' families, our customers who tried to help, and our staff who did everything they could to comfort. Our hearts and prayers go out to everyone that was affected by the events of today. You will always be part of our family." As agencies continue to investigate what may have caused this horrific crash, locals say this intersection has been a problem for years. Now you can see where 30A and 30 merge. The limo was coming down 30, went right through the stop sign, and ended up right there, the Apple Barrel parking lot. News 10's Justina Latimer spoke with locals who say they've been concerned about this intersection for years.
Broken car parts still left on scene following a deadly incident on Route 30A. Heading into this ditch here, you can still see tire marks from where the accident happened. While the incident is still under investigation, people we spoke with in the area say the intersection at Route 30 and 30A can be a problem.
We have businesses here where traffic is entering and exiting, and people get impatient.
Apple Barrel owners say they can attest to this as well.
So 2 tractor trailers have gone down the hill before and actually have come across the parking lot into the field in the back here during store hours when somebody could have been killed.
Such a horrific crash is heartbreaking for first responders who can often suffer from post-traumatic stress after responding to a tragedy like this. Well, tonight the American Red Cross held a stress debriefing for first responders who were at the scene of yesterday's fatal limo crash.
As the National Transportation Safety Board continues its investigation, they mentioned the severity of this crash, calling it one of the worst in recent memory. Watch.
20 fatalities is just horrific. I've been on the board for 12 years, and this is one of the biggest loss of lives that we've seen in a long, long time. This is the most deadly transportation accident in this country since February of 2009.
Now, that incident the chairman is referring to is the Colgan Air Flight 3407. The passenger plane from Newark, New Jersey crashed into a home just outside of Buffalo, killing all 49 people on board.